Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to this game space where let's meet for a meditation to honor our sensitivities as our superpower in a world where it may seem dominated by the mind. Tuning into our intuitive feeling, inner senses is a game changer. As we settle into this space together, we're just tuning into our natural rhythm, our natural breath. Allowing ourselves to receive the words more as a vibration than any forms we need to hold on to or understand intellectually. Allowing ourselves to sink deeper into ourself. Aware that anything that we need to hear, the consciousness of our being will naturally pick up on. And everything else can just fade into the background. Giving ourselves space to get quiet, even if there's noise. But simply allowing ourselves to come into a space devoted to the here and now. We touch into, with our conscious mind, the space of our deeper nature. Beyond the things we have learned as we have grown as human beings. We settle in here together in that inner being that has always known the way, that is always guided, that is the creator. Our sensitivities are what make us unique. Even if they are experienced as challenging or difficult to experience in our human context, in our relationships and outer environments and inner space. This is what we get to work with to strengthen our inner navigation of life. As we turn our attention inwards and focus on non-reacting to the energies that might trigger sensitivity or discomfort. We get to navigate our sensitivity with a deeper mastery that expands our heart power. So this is the challenge that invites us to level up in our game of life. To see our sensitivities as this energetic potential for infinite mastery of our inner energy, our emotional power, our peace. See with your mind's eye for a moment what it would be like to respond to all of the sensations, stimulations in our environment from a centered space. Can we see how powerful our sensitivity becomes? When we react from a space of resistance, we are actually pushing away the energetic power of our sensitivity to life. Yet when we embrace it and allow ourselves to feel it fully, we begin to realize that it is part of our most sacred guidance. And in this game of life, it is truly the expansion of the self-love, the inner guidance, the energetic mastery that shifts us from one playing field to a higher one. In this being's experience, I experienced significant emotional sensitivity that I didn't know how to work with in the growing years of my life. That can look like reacting strongly to people and situations that can be upsetting. And when we have never learned that this is actually our power, it can feel very disempowering. And this is the nature of polarity. Now our opportunity is to optimize our polarity. We know that this is energy to harness and realize its full potential. Rather than trying to release the sensitive energy and react against whatever might be triggering our emotional responses. We can observe it with a loving neutrality. And the loving awareness resonates with the knowing that this is energetic potential. We all want to live our full potential. We just don't always know the way to realize this within ourselves. Emotionally, we realize the higher potential of this energy in motion by not getting swept away in its currents. Where one polarity triggers the other. But by observing the energy moving through us from our centered space of being, however we tune into this center will be unique for all of us. It's the experience of our own spaciousness, our own peace, our presence and true power. Let's be here now. In this space, we can face anything that life presents. And there's no need for any seemingly perfect way to respond. Sometimes we may need to observe the natural movements of this sensitivity, this emotion. Yet with our witnessing presence, there is the peace through any part of our experience. Without judgment or deeming that it should be any other way than it is. We can ride the energetic current to the new horizons that it is guiding us to. It's so beautiful to let ourselves feel life in our unique, sensitive ways. And though as we transcend our human programs that are outdated, it can guide us in ways that we don't anticipate, predict, or even want at times. There is a knowing within ourselves that there's a higher guidance at play. That the movement of energy is healing when we see it with the neutral observation rather than getting pulled into the old patterns of judgments and stories about whatever we may be feeling or experiencing. Releasing the judgment within the feeling is liberation. Releasing the judgment within feeling liberates our being. Our sensitivities are our superpowers. They are guiding us to our peaceful horizons. They are teaching us inner mastery, emotional skillfulness that feels so powerful when we do not give our energy away by reacting to things we don't want to expand. Our rational mind may play all kinds of stories and judgments and attacks. And we can observe this with a little inner smile, even through our most challenging times. Because this energy is the energy that is moving through our systems to transform lower base frequencies, playing fields that truly in our hearts we know are changing as we embody more of the love that we are. We will magnetize all of the situations that are needed to clear out the stuff that we carry that don't serve our full power. Our pure expression of love, our inner peace. Our heart will magnetize the experiences needed to level up our inner navigation, to clear out the dynamics that were based in fear or control. And as we take this inward journey, our play in our own energy system refines. So even as we face the challenges, we can know this is what it is for. We can allow it to move through with more ease. And to trust the infinite intelligence of our own beingness. Again, beyond the stories and judgments of what they mean or what they are. And realize the true strength of our softness, the true intelligence from the depths of our cellular composition, guiding us through our feeling senses of life. Thank you for feeling into this space with me, with the self, and for the majestic brilliance of your sensitivity as more and more of us, even just the us within ourself, embodies and embraces our sensitivity and chooses to respond from center, we shift the entire dynamic of our playing fields of life. The patterns that once choreographed our relationships begin to loosen, and our ability to respond as we truly want and we truly are, as expressions of this heart, magnify in our experience, and the senses of self-doubt and criticism and any other way that we may interpret these energies of lower vibration that we experience as part of our humanity. That interpretation and experience of them transforms into this powerful guidance, which shifts our world from the inside out. So much reverence and love and connectedness within this tapestry of life. Thank you for being here. From my heart to yours. If you or anyone you know is a sensitive, powerful being who is open to resources to expand the inner power and peace and presence with our sensitive energy, our spiritual, emotional, mental energy, and wants to do so in a container of reflection and unconditional love, without agendas, with collaboration. This is what my space and work is all about. Check out the description for links to resources and other ways to connect with this work, or simply share the meditation, the whatever resonates, so that we can expand this energy and mission of living in our greater peace together. All love.